Hey everybody, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Do me a favor before we get started. And if you hit the like button, if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss episode. Check me out on IG, elevation underscore mentor. How are you? So today we're going to talk about Trump and how that's going to impact the housing market. So feel free to chime in. Feel free to chime in. So basically, we've already seen Trump. So you're going to see the same thing you saw the last time. How about that for an answer? All right. So when the Fed cuts the rates, the mortgage rates decrease. So that's usually the correlation that you see. Fed cuts the rates, mortgage rates decrease. And we want decreased mortgage rates, right? Decreased mortgage rates means you're paying a lower monthly payment and it's making the house more affordable for you to go buy a house, right? So the Fed cuts the rate, mortgage rate decreases. That's the correlation. However, what we have seen just recently is the Fed increased the rates and the mortgage rate increased. So they are expecting cuts to come down the pipeline. We have had a cut recently. They are expecting more cuts to come down the pipeline, but they're not in a hurry to do it. So last year, the rates were at 8%. Currently, they dropped down to 6.2%, which is good, moving in the right direction. However, the rates have recently climbed back up to 7% again. So currently, we are at a 7% rate. So the Fed does have influence on this. So people are looking for cuts. They're looking for cuts, right? Looking for tax cuts, looking for interest rate cuts, looking for mortgage rate cuts. So, what can we expect in the future? Well, we have what is called a bigger federal deficit going on. And what happens with a bigger federal deficit is increase in rates. So, an increase in the 10-year treasury rate correlates with an increased mortgage rate. So, we got these federal deficits going on. And if there's an increase in the 10-year treasury rate, there will be an increase in the mortgage rate. So Trump does not control the housing market. If you've heard, he is trying to fire Jerome Powell. However, he does not control the housing market. So what is going on currently? What's going on currently? Well, homeowners, people that own homes right now, have seen trillions of dollars of equity. So they're doing well. They are gaining wealth through their equity. So all this talk of inflation, higher interest rates, higher mortgage rates, well, when all of that is going up, so is the value of the house. Therefore, the value has increased. And what is this? This is an increase in net worth, equity, wealth. So this is what homeowners have been experiencing. Homeowners are doing well. So as far as the Trump presidency, how that will affect the housing market, what could happen potentially? Well, you're already aware of his plans to get rid of all these immigrants, right? So When that takes place, that could potentially decrease the labor force, which could decrease the building of homes, right? So they're saying that currently there's a shortage of homes. That's what they're saying in the media. There's this big shortage. What could another impact be besides this getting the immigrants out? Tariffs. Tariffs. So you heard of tariffs. So in the event that there are tariffs on things that are related to housing, such as steel and lumber, this will increase construction costs, right? So the higher the construction costs, that means they're not going to be doing a lot of building. So those are some potential effects of things to see in the housing market. Like I said before, people who are already homeowners are doing well, and people who are planning on becoming homeowners have a little bit of a hurdle because of this mortgage rate of 7%. However, the mortgage rate has some people have seen mortgage rates way higher than 7%, especially that people have been in this industry. People who have been in this industry for a long, long time, they have seen very types of mortgage rates, and they've seen it higher than 7%. So this is the big hoopla going on. It's still about the mortgage rates, and then supposedly there's a shortage of houses, and then there's the affordability crisis where people are saying that these houses are too expensive, that they cannot buy a house. However, if you're a first-time homeowner, if you're a first-time buyer, first-time home buyer, then you're aware that you can get into a house for 3.5%. So you don't have to spend this huge amount of money to have a home. 3.5%, that's all you need. And then you're going to know how much that monthly mortgage is before you purchase the home. They're going to give you that information. And making sure that you're comfortable with that payment before you buy. For real estate investors, same thing applies. However, the down payment is, well, if you live in it, it's 3.5%. They did change the rule on the multifamily. If you live in that, you can get that for 5%, where it used to be anywhere from 20% to 25%. And then if you're getting a property that you don't live in, it's anywhere from 20% to 25%. However, there are ways that you can finagle a 10% down. So just make sure you get in there and ask questions and speak to different people, not just one person. All right. So that is the housing market. Do me a favor. Before you leave, I need you to hit that like button. That supports the channel. It helps the channel to grow. If you know anyone is interested in improving their finances, let them know about the channel. Share the channel. If you are not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it. Also, feel free to leave your comments below. Leave extra comments below. That is fine. How do you see this new presidency affecting the housing market? Feel free to comment. All right. For the men watching, men, thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. And make sure that you look at this pin link. All right. Read it and get you one. Get you one. Remember, I said one. All right. Get you one. Look at the pin link to see what I'm talking about. Also, if you're interested in buying property, check out this other link and join the wait list for the real estate group. Start buying property. If you already have property, start adding additional property. Why? Because we're building wealth on this channel. All right. This is one of the paths to freedom, one of the paths to wealth. All right. So, diversification is important, right? So, this is one path. Get on this path and then get some other paths going also. Diversification is very important. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. And on your way out, hit that like button. Bye for now.